RPG for You and Me presents a special Patreon mini-series. Welcome to Silica Valley.
You guys have successfully escaped that roadside ambush with nary a care and no physical harm to yourself or your belongings. The rest of the road winds its way to the visitor center. It doesn't appear that there's really anything barring you, from getting there. There appears to be a bit of a ramshackle wall that's been built up around it that you can still mostly see over. It's not a super high wall. It's probably only, 6 to 8 feet. Patched together from wood, metal, scraps here and there, and that there are 2 small watchtowers, and there is a gun emplacement up on the watchtower, somebody standing up on the wall as well, but it's not actively being trained out at the road.
What do we do?
Can we see this on our way in?
Yeah, you can see this before you're actively up against it.
I like to park the Jeep in a hiding spot before we pull up, maybe go up on foot.
Yeah, there are still plenty of old buildings all over the place here that you could easily park behind before you're within range of the visitor center. And you could also have done this stealthily if that was your goal. It's not like you're smack in the front, before you can make any decisions.
Cool. Can I keep my SoundCloud up? Is it still up? I'll renew it for a point.
Yeah, I think one more would be sufficient based on when you used it.
What kind of shelter is there to park? An old garage?
I think you find just an actual garage that is attached to, a medium-sized home here that's been taken by overgrowth. Part of the structure's been caved in. There's a lot of vegetation just blocking the majority of the garage itself, so it's a pretty good spot to lay low there. But you have no trouble climbing up on top of the roof, just using the rubble as a stepping stone.
Yeah, can see it get on top of the building and take a peek at the visitor center.
Oh yeah, easy peasy.
You can take, a watching position from up here. You can easily see the visitor center. You're probably within, a couple hundred yards at this point, as close as you'd want to be, let's say.
Didn't see it have a kind of spyglass thing?
Did she have a spyglass?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Like a monocular. Yeah, maybe see it could help me out here. I could look with the spyglass while she has her infravision up.
Go ahead and make me a notice and see, of course, if you would like to support here.
Yes, my D4 notice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a no for me, dog.
That's okay.
Yeah, I got a 5.
Yeah, so what you can tell from up here, you see dust clouds, being kicked up along the roads in very clear lines. You can hear the hum of engines and the revving of motorcycles in the distance, and you can watch little patrols go from here to there. They don't move terribly fast or terribly often, so, if you're just passing through, you'd probably have a good chance of missing any of the activity. But since you guys have planted yourselves and are canvassing a little bit, you get a better idea of what's happening here. Looks like there are probably 2 to 3 separate groups that are moving around this area, and it's a couple of miles, that they're covering. The group that you passed through before, you do not see any kind of significant movement coming from that direction, at least with visible signs from where you are here. They do not appear to go anywhere near the visitor center. And the visitor center itself, from this far out, you can see that there's probably a little bit of movement in the quote-unquote compound itself, and that there is that individual up on one of the watchtowers near the gun emplacement that is not moving in any significant way. They just have their eyes out, watching the area as a whole.
What do you think we should do? Because, I'm gonna be real with you, I've never been shot at by a gun before, and I'm not really feeling it.
Can I see if the person guarding the center is, obviously armed or anything?
I think you see that they have a rifle just nearby, leaning against a railing or something, not actively in their hands. And because you're looking out with a monocular, you can probably spot a pair of binoculars hanging from their neck. Also, one other important thing that I did not note here is that the visitor center is right next to the Cobalt Tier. So being this close, you guys have followed the blue line the whole way here. It cuts through the town and continues heading over to the tier. From here, I think you have a good enough vantage point to see that the Cobalt Tier does not exist anymore. And that instead of seeing a huge body of water stretching out over the expanse, it is an enormous rocky crevasse and canyon that just... You can't even see the bottom from here. You can just tell that there is clearly not water where you would expect it to be, but that the blue line feeds into that crevasse. And it stretches wide. There's mist that gets kicked up into the air. What I will say is from here, you can tell that there is also just sort of a haze of mist that fills in a lot of that crevasse or canyon from here. It doesn't go the whole way to the top, but you can see, because it does stretch farther out in front of you, further out, maybe like 3/4 of the way up the canyon wall, you can see this light green mist that just swirls around and obscures things beneath it. But that there are many of these rocky spires jutting up from out of the mist. So it almost looks like mountain peaks, but you know that there should be water there. There is also a road, by the blue line that seems to lead down into the canyon itself. You just can't really see too much of where it goes from here.
I guess I shouldn't have packed a swimsuit, huh?
I can't believe the tier's all gone.
I mean, what do you think happened? Did it just dry up? Did a cavern open up and it just flooded underground somewhere? It's a lot of water.
I mean, it could have, right?
I mean, should we try to get to the visitor center? It doesn't look like there's anybody over there.
Yeah, I think so. But there is one guy over there already watching. Is there much movement going on over at the visitor center?
You see a bit of sporadic movement. You can probably see the chassis of a couple of different vehicles that are parked there. Probably a Jeep that looks similar to yours, maybe a van, a bike or two, and then a couple of wrecked ones that have just been stripped and it's just the frame of the vehicle. Maybe there's a pile of frames of vehicles that are just kicked off to one side. Maybe that's making up part of the wall in one spot. They tipped over the empty chassis to just block the road. You see at least one or two people that are just moving around in the little makeshift compound they have.
How many does it seem like? Single digits? Dozens?
It's not dozens, no.
Okay, see ya. I think we should go in. Plain sight. Make sure they know we don't intend any harm. I'm pretty drained. I don't have a lot of energy left for the sand.
Uh-huh.
I'll go first.
But I'm bigger than you. They're gonna get me anyway.
Better a shot in the chest than the back, right?
That's exactly where I don't want it to get.
I mean, to be fair, they'd have to shoot me first.
But I don't want you to get shot in the chest either, is the thing.
Nobody's getting shot.
Okay, how about this? How about this? During their recharge time, she's gonna make a boost for Set that is boost vigor.
Okay.
She's like, listen, I don't want you to get shot, but if you do, this might help. And she hands him another vial.
Oh, it's warm.
It is still warm. It's weird.
Seth grabs the vial and looks between Sia and the center and jerks his chin to be like, let's get moving. We'll be okay. I'm just gonna be friendly.
I trust you. I'm not from here. I don't know nothing. I'm gonna stay behind you, and I'm just gonna be quiet so they don't know I'm not from here.
You can stay here if you want.
I'm not gonna leave you there. I'm going with you.
But it's okay if you don't want to. I'm gonna start climbing down, real chill, not trying to have any weapons in hand, plain view, hands up, trying not to be threatening.
So you're going up, just making sure that you're clearly visible. You don't have any weapons drawn, anything like that. That's kind of what I'm hearing.
And I continue forward, and we'll get to it.
The sentry, of course, does spot you as you're making your way over. When he sees you, he moves over and picks up the hunting rifle that he has, propped against there and holds it, but he's not aiming it at you. From where you are, you can tell that he's probably Nakir. He's got like a purpley tinted skin tone with dirty blonde hair that's bound in a ponytail. Maybe a tired and somewhat bored expression that gets more serious when you're interacting with him directly. Holds a hand up with a halting motion and calls out to you and says, "Ho there, stranger."
Hey, I'm Set. Just out here trying to resupply. I don't mean no harm. Just looking to trade.
Well, I don't know what we'd have that you'd want to take by force, but we could certainly trade as long as you don't bring any ill intentions in with you.
No ill intentions here.
He nods to that. And you ain't friends with any of the bandits?
We passed them coming into town, the spike traps.
That's them.
Yeah, we threw up a sound cloud and managed to give them a run for their money on our way in,
Oh, that was you. Heard a commotion. Heard a commotion up that road there. And he points back to where you guys came in.
My friend took one out with his sling, pretty sure.
Yeah, he watches you with an appraising eye. Bandits ain't no friends of ours, so you give them trouble. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Yeah, we parked a few blocks away. You mind if I bring it over?
He sniffs once, gives you guys one more once over, and then shakes his head and says, well, you seem all right. You bring it on back, I'll let you in.
Want to hold my gun as collateral?
He watches you, shrugs a little bit. He's got a little basket. He pulls it up, lowers it down with a rope, and says, "Sure, toss it in." He'll haul it up, and then you watch him examine it. He picks it up, takes a look at it, seems to nod approvingly. Nice and clean. Wise man. What's your name?
Oh, it's Set.
Set, that's him. And what about you?
Sia. Hello.
Set and Sia. All right. You can come on in.
Set walks back to the garage, fires it up, and slowly rolls up to the gate.
He waves you in. There aren't like ironclad gates or anything there. They probably had another one of those spike strips laid down in front of the entrance to go in there. So all that's, pulled away by the time you come in, and they let you pull right on in without any other problems. The guy is still up there. He'll lower your stuff back down and say, we ain't gonna make sure we hold all this while you're here, but just know you cause any trouble, we'll finish it for you.
Oh, no trouble here. Is there anything you guys need help with around here?
Well, you bring something helpful, you're welcome enough here.
What's your name?
I'm Postin. He nods. I spelled it Postin, for what that's worth.
Postin. Like what you're doing up there. Yeah, don't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh yeah, I'm real busy up here. Well, you can head on into the Sitor-Cent. You can meet Shez inside. He runs most of the operation, at least keeps track of things. There's a couple other folks passing through.
You have anything to trade for?
Depends what you're looking for. But I'd talk to Shez. Ori, you got white hair. You can miss him, don't worry.
Thank you for not shooting us.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome, Miss Sia. But there's like one other person that seems to be doing all the manual stuff out here. He dragged the strip, dragged it back. But he doesn't come over to interact with you guys directly. He's just doing stuff out in the yard.
What Postin call this place again?
He called it the Sitor-Cent. And you look up and you can see that it says Visitor Center, and it's just missing some letters. So it's missing the VI at the beginning and then the ER at the end.
Let's head in.
You go inside. I mean, I just imagine this place looks like literally any visitor center or welcome center that you would find in the United States, like crossing over a state border, like the first place you'd find in a new state. So it's got maybe higher than average ceilings. There are a couple of what probably used to be shop fronts for, like, in our world it would be like a McDonald's or a Starbucks. Maybe there'd be like a little mini mart where you could buy supplies and stuff like that.
Nice.
So there's a couple of those. There's a much bigger area off to one side that's been cleaned out. Probably used to be, seating and just a waiting area, but now there are a couple of rudimentary walls built up. Maybe it's for housing, or for people to stay there.
Is there a central location with some info?
Yeah, there's definitely a main center kiosk, like directly in front of you, but back, towards the back. It's one of those shop fronts. Probably would have been the main visitor information area. Let's see here. There's racks of shelves for pamphlets and maps, most of which appear to have been emptied out here. There is a framed map of the area that's just hanging up on one side, covered in dust,
Nice.
A little faded.
Oh, could I add something?
Yeah.
What if there was like a little diorama kind of thing of like the lake, but one of those sciencey ones that like shows the elevation and stuff?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I
a
do.
museum kind of, but if it was like a lakeside visitor center, maybe they'd have something like that.
That is cool. I like that. I don't have an answer for like exactly how deep it is or anything like that, but I think there's certainly some dioramas or scientific exhibits relating to the Cobalt Tier as well. And I'm imagining the Cobalt Tier is like a pretty big, or was a pretty big expanse of water. I don't know if it's Great Lake sized, but bigger than like a tiny little lake. So I think we see that a lot of the details are worn away, or a lot of the labels for places are probably faded at this point. Anybody else have cool things they think might be in the visitor center area?
Maybe there's just an ancient vending machine that looks like it once only sold tiny prepackaged like pie pockets.
Pie pockets.
Yeah, it's like a little personal pies.
And it's Pie Oh My,
That's it.
the name of the vending machine.
Beautiful.
Now it's filled with bullets.
Sure. It's filled with bullets. Individual bullets.
Yeah, just one.
God,
One per.
it's great.
The man standing next to it's like, so.
There is a man standing behind the main desk at the Visitor Information Center, which is directly ahead of you. From this distance, he appears to be a slim Ori with bright white pupils and snow white hair. It's fluffy like a cloud that seems to drift around his head. And he raises a hand to you guys as you enter. Hey, welcome to the Sitor-Cent.
Hello.
You, the purveyor of this place?
Yeah, that's me. I'm Shez. How's it going?
I was just wondering if you got anything for trade.
I mean, I can definitely try. What are you guys out here looking for?
Oh, just basic supplies, bullets, medical stuff, maybe info about the area. You see anything crash in the area lately? Maybe float in or fly in and just smash into something?
Sure. I just rolled a 17 on his common knowledge roll to see if he knew about this. Yeah, there's something flying through the air. This is, I don't know, a couple days ago maybe. Just passed right by here. It was pretty small, looked kind of like a balloon, but then it just went down. I don't know, and then dropped down into the mist out there. So it's probably down there somewhere, but good luck finding it. Am I right?
Do you think the bandits will give us any trouble?
Oh, yeah, they're not really good for business. They sort of clog up the area. They don't like people coming. They're robbers, they're bandits, so we just don't have the people to deal with them, so they just kind of stay away from us because we can defend ourselves and everybody comes in here, but we can't go out and do anything about them, so.
You know what kind of armaments they have? You know what they're packing?
I'm not really sure. Because they don't come here, we just kind of hear them out there. We hear, gunfire from time to time. Some people come in here looking a little beat up and we can help them out, but there could be more. It's bandits, they're all over the place, but who knows if they're working together or not.
Can I roll an insight?
Sure. What are you trying to insight here?
I don't know. She's very sketched out by everybody everywhere currently because she's still on an adrenaline high. She just wants to see if she thinks he's being on the level.
Okay.
Like, she doesn't want to, take a nap here and then get shivved,
Sure, yeah. Okay, so roll.
How old does this guy look?
He's on the younger end of the spectrum. He's probably in his 20s. So yeah, go ahead and I will roll something over here, and I would like you to roll me contested. We've treated it as like spirit or notice in the past.
Well, both of those are a D4, so...
Okay, well then go ahead.
Okay. Flip 4. That's a 7.
You're not sure what it is about the way he's presenting it, but something about the information does feel off to you.
So, if we take care of these bandits for you, clear them out, could you give us some help getting down into the tier?
I mean, if you guys are offering to go take care of him, I'm sure we could work something out, but you wouldn't be the first to try.
Well, I got no interest in that.
I mean, we could leave them alone. They probably won't mess with us if we go down, right?
Yeah, probably not. But, you know, people are always going down into the tier, so people are always going to keep coming this way.
But they could follow us down.
Yeah, that's true.
She squints at this guy. Both sets of her eyes squint.
I'll go ahead and pull out the crypto tube. Well, we're also looking for something called the Glittering Path. Do you know anything about it?
You pull it out, and his eyes light up. You know, which for somebody with bright white eyes is a little different anyway. He says, "Oh, no way! You hear about the Glittering Path?"
Yeah, we got this crypto tube, and figured, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone, coming here. The coordinates we got matched up with the Sitor-Cent around here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, and he points off to like a far corner of the area where there appears to be a tiny little exhibit with, you know, a bunch of pamphlets similar to what you have there. And he says, "Oh, yeah, you know, every so often people come through looking for it. I hate to be a bummer here, but what you're looking for, it's not actually here. It's actually at Fun Voyage."
Fun Voyage?
Oh, well, and he comes out from around the counter and starts walking you guys over to the exhibit. And I say exhibit, but it's very similar to what you guys saw back at the mall. You know, there's a shelf with a bunch of those pamphlets. Most of them are gone, but there's a few, you know, more tattered, busted up ones that are just around. There's another little standee of Gary Glitterscale, you know, given like a thumbs up, and it's completely worn away and faded, probably a little damaged and bent. You know, his tail's torn off, some of the frills tattered. There's a little sign there that says, you know, "Visit Fun Voyage," and there's a picture of what looks like a classic riverboat, like a 3-story riverboat.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I guess Fun Voyage was like a boat that people came and then just went on pre-zero, before, you know, when people could still do fun stuff like that. You know, they did like gambling and just went out on the water, but I guess that's where it is, because that's what this says.
And our map told us to come here specifically?
The map of the area basically just, you know, directs you to the visitor center here, and then, you know, it basically says, you know, "Come visit Fun Voyage, you know, the next step on the Glittering Path. You've arrived, you know, see the visitor center for more information."
Is there a tiny drone?
There is not, no. Says, "Yeah, you know, a lot of people come through and ask about that, but honestly, I don't know. I think it's supposed to be down in the tier now, because, you know, it used to be water, and, you know, boats float on water, but now that it's not water, I don't think a boat could float on it anymore. So it's probably just down there. You know, people have gone looking for it, and some of them came back and said they did, but I don't really believe them, so..."
Why?
You guys seem put together. I bet you could do it.
Why don't you believe them?
I mean, people came back and they said they found it, but I don't know, just something about the way they said that made me not want to believe them. Like, they were just telling me that to make it seem like they did, but they didn't turn anything up.
Oh, to make them sound cool.
Yeah, you know, people who lie to sound cool. You guys like explorers, or...?
Intrepid.
We're Pantheon agents, doing a job. Not so much exploring, but, you know, It's a perk.
But if we spend too long here, our bosses are gonna come looking for us. She says, like a liar.
Yeah, Pantheon is branching out too, so maybe you'll see more.
His eyes widen. He's just sort of nodding, at everything you guys are saying. Just like, yeah, a lot of people. Well, I mean, that's good, right? That means that we're gonna get more business.
Do you have any additional weapons we could trade for?
I mean, what are you looking for? We don't have like any really heavy stuff. We keep the gun out front because people don't like the gun shooting at them. Go figure. But
the gun? You only have one gun?
I mean, the big gun. The machine gun.
Gotcha.
Shoots a lot of the bigger bullets.
Huh.
Well, we have small guns, but he points to Set and he's like, "You got that? Well, I appreciate you bringing that uncocked in here. That's pretty cool. Like we like that around here. So thanks for that."
If you have anything like, really anything useful for going down into the tier, or do you have any music? Like, tapes for, this tape deck right here? As I, tap on the tape deck on my belt.
Yeah, let me go take a look and see what I have. And he'll go back behind the counter and rummage around and let's see, what does he produce?
While he's rummaging around, Sia wants to lean over to Set and be like, I don't know about this guy. I think he's lying to us.
What? Well, why would he lie?
Oh, this is a new place. These aren't people we know. These aren't people you know. I'm not getting mugged in another alley.
Did you get mugged here?
No. Back in Alara, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You just can't... You can't just trust everybody, Her big hands just like crunch into fists and she looks at him very pleading, like, we just gotta be careful.
Don't worry, we're gonna be careful. Promise.
Hey, I found that thing you guys wanted.
Good.
Yeah, go ahead. I never got mine to work, so I don't even know what it did. But it's that shape, right? And he hands it over to you. It's a tape deck, and on it just says Wild Blue Yonder.
Oh, I play it immediately.
The cover of the cassette, because it did still come in a case, it's like the most stereotypical looking like country folk singer you can imagine, like a slightly portly gentleman.
Big bushy beard.
Big bushy beard. He's sitting on a picnic table with one leg up, propping up his guitar. He's like
Tractor in the background.
But he appears to be mid-song and his mouth is open and he's really into it.
But he somehow still has a bit of grass dangling out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
The long thistly one. Yeah.
And so it says Wild Blue at the top and then Yonder at the bottom.
Nice.
And when you hit play, it's a more slow, plodding, bluesy country with a lot of and it becomes immediately apparent to you guys that the gentleman's name is Wild Blue. So he is Wild Blue, and this is the Yonder.
Beautiful.
So yeah, he just starts belting it out. Shez in front of you immediately, kind of quirks back a little bit from you, looking confused, and he says, "Oh, what is that? Do you like this stuff? Oh!
What kind of music do you like?
What kind of music is there? I don't know. This is bad, though. I don't like this."
Can I roll on the table to see what other music there is?
Yeah, please. This is one of my favorite things. Like, I love this sub-task. Random music.
Oh, we got reggae.
Yeah. What's a good reggae band from our setting here?
Well, it would have been pre-zero from where we found them.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see if there's a reggae band name generator.
Oh.
Sub of the Fixed Palmetto. What? Incentive.
Oh shit. I got one. Okay. Instead of, the bugs we had in Florida, the palmetto bugs, what if it's palmetto roach instead? Nice.
Okay, yeah, this is better. It's not quite as like whiny. I can stand to listen to the words that they're saying. I can't understand what they're saying, but I like it. Yeah, you can keep this on, that's fine.
Do you say you had a tape deck? Do you want me to look at it for you? I can fix some stuff.
I mean, if you want to try, it's never worked while I've been here, but if it can do stuff like this, but not the other one, this is good. The other one, no.
Yeah.
Let's say that there is, but it doesn't appear to be fully functional right now, but you guys could probably get it working. Shez does not appear to have any know-how to make that happen.
But I have a D6 in repair.
Hey, if you can make this place a little spruced up, that's always appreciated, and I'd return the kindness and, I don't know, somehow.
I'll go look at it. Goodbye.
Right on, yeah.
Do you have a map of the tier down there? We're heading down soon, so it would be really helpful.
He rumples his nose and looks between you and Sia, and, Sia's gone off to fix stuff a little bit, and he says, well, I mean, there's not really like a hand-drawn map because a lot of, there's a lot to see around here, and a lot of people who go down into the tier don't really come back this way. Either because they find what they need and don't come back, or, maybe they die horribly. I don't really know. I don't want to speculate, but...
This fucking guy.
Die horribly, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's anybody's best guess. It's just that doesn't seem like the best guess, so...
I mean, what's dangerous down there?
I mean, there's always the usual stuff, cactus scorpions, there's the rays occasionally, but they usually stay away from the tier itself. They don't like going down into the mists and stuff. But, hey, listen, really quick, before your friend comes back, you seem cool and all, so I do have something that might help you. It seems pretty valuable, but I've never been very good at using it, and I don't know, it should go to somebody who, can make it happen. So, like, if you could do something good for me, and I don't really know what that would be yet, but, I could see myself with parting with it, maybe loaning it to you, depending. Come here. And he'll, motion you to come out, come back behind the desk with him. And there's just, a flat table back there. And he reaches beneath the table, pulls out a long cylindrical tube that has a cap on it. Maybe it's like a canvas carrying type thing. All right. So this was traded to me by, a really, really wise hunter who passed through here a long time ago. And he said that it's a special map, that can map the area of where you're at, but I'll just let you try it, see how it is. So when you open it, you just gotta pay real close attention to what you see because it goes away really fast. So just think about what you want to see and then open it, and then we'll just see what happens. This should be cool. Here you go.
Oh man, roll it out. I want to see.
And he hands you the canvas cylinder.
I'm gonna try and see the area down on the tier closest to us, see what there is to see.
You roll it out. It's like a pretty thick sheet of leather skin. You pull it out. It's nice and long. When you roll it out onto the table, go ahead and roll me a survival.
Got a basic success right there.
When you open the sheath of leather and you roll it out, there's a moment where you're just standing there staring at it and nothing really happens. You can see that there are some colored inks sort of in the middle that are just random splotches there. But as you're holding it and you're concentrating, those splotches of multicolored inks begin to ripple and then flare outwards from the center of the center of the map in a ripple that heads outwards. And as it goes outwards, it's basically like a sonar pulse that starts to fill in basic pieces of the geography for maybe a 10-mile radius from where you guys are. So mechanically, the way that I'm going to have this work is for every success and raise you get on the survival roll before you open it, you can nail down one feature or one thing in the area that you're focusing on. So in this case, if you're focusing on the bottom of the tier for where you guys are, you get some basic topography of the area, but then it isolates maybe 4 or 5 points within the closest 10 miles that are the deepest points of the tier. I'm treating it as an abstract of the information appears and you have to very quickly absorb the information because then it disappears again. So like the ripple wave that goes out, there's like one pulse that shows you stuff on the map, and then it's quickly like fading away after like 5 to 10 seconds maybe. You can definitely sense that they're like, this is somehow infused with Corey, or there's something here. As far as like the meta reason for this, I wanted to like talk with you guys about, because I just thought this was a cool item.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe the skin was like cut from a specific type of creature that somehow had like, I don't know, maybe it had like an internal sonar thing, like its flesh vibrated and sent out this wave that it could use to sense its surroundings or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
I think Set has an intuitive kind of grasp on this just because of how he uses his own abilities to see more than he should be able to.
Conceptually, I like that, and I like that it also ties in directly with Set's abilities and how you've described those and how he senses things. So maybe while you're holding this, you feel like you can almost, you know, have that extra sense stretching, you know, miles out around you, but it's not very tangible. It's more of like an ephemeral sense. Yeah, so pretty cool at colors and stuff, yeah, but it only works every so often. I mean, you have to like let it build back up before you try it again.
Could I have this if we take care of those bandits for y'all?
I mean, that sounds pretty good. Like, if you think you can get rid of them, that'd be nice. Or if you guys are, if you're going down into the tier, I don't know if you're gonna use this and you could bring something back, or I don't know, like, what do you guys have that's valuable? Skin for skin, right?
Tell you what, we'll take care of the bandits and secure it and bring you back some of the good stuff later for keeps.
I mean, yeah, that seems fair enough. But I mean, you should probably like leave it here until you're done doing that, just so. You know, it's not like I don't trust you or anything like that, but I don't, because I don't really know you.
What do you know about the bandits and their movements and stuff? What are they hunkered down for the night? Do they got a camp?
I don't really know. I don't really go out at night or during the day or really at all. I just kind of stay here. It's safe.
Oh man, I'm gonna incite that.
Yeah, go ahead. Spirit or notice, I would say.
Got 4 on both.
Double 4s. He seems to be truthful in that he doesn't seem to know what you're trying to find out. You asked if he knows where they stay at night. No, man, I don't know. I'm sorry. They move around. They're bandits. If they trap the same place all the time, then, you know, maybe it gets predictable, but they try to move, and it's kind of one of the reasons they're dangerous, you know? Really clever that way.
Think, Poston would have any ideas?
Yeah, sure. But if anybody sees anything, it's Poston. He sees a lot.
Do you have, any reinforcements here?
I mean, we got some help, you know, people who swing in from time to time, upkeep, normal traders like you guys. There's some people that are, you know, just catching a few Z's over there. He gestures to the little area that's got the makeshift walls. But, you know, they're like customers, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't go over and wake them up, because they're trying to sleep.
So you just handle everything in this hub, huh?
Yeah, I take care of all the inside stuff, and Poston handles all the outside stuff, and then, you know, we got some friends and people who bring us supplies and trade, and we got some scavenger friends who do go down into the tier and bring back what they can, you know, for finding the stuff that people who go down there and don't come back leave behind.
You don't have a family. It's just you and your group here?
Yeah, I don't have any family anywhere. It's not really by choice, it's just sort of... I just don't have any.
Oh, shit. Sorry, man.
He's got a slightly more reserved expression. He's tilting his nose up. He's just like, yeah, okay.
The face journeys you're going on with this character are so fucking shisty. He's probably an entirely trustworthy person, and I'm just overcomplicating everything.
Character's bad.
Smash cut the Sia under like a soundboard. She's on top of like 2 rolly chairs she's using as like a makeshift dolly under a soundboard kind of thing in an office. She's like, yeah, I'll fucking fix this for you. It'll be fine. I'm not gonna get tricked. And she's muttering under her breath. Oh, I'll go fix this for you for no pay.
Would you like to try to fix it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a D6 repair. Any modifiers?
Let's see here. Let's say I'm going to ask you to get a success on a... Do you have electronics?
I have a D4 electronics.
Okay.
But I also have Yara hands.
This isn't like fine electronics. This is, like a bigger thing. So just stick with your repair. Let's do that one. 5, okay. Yeah, it takes you a couple minutes, but you're able to piece together the main components of the stereo system. I'm sorry, I would like you to make an electronics roll. Make me one of those too.
Blew up a 6.
Nice.
8.
8, okay. So yeah, you get the main components together. A few things are just like knocked around and not in the right place or hanging loose, so it's just a matter of reorganizing and, retightening those. There are a couple of corroded looking wires. Some of them got pulled out. One of them might just need to be replaced, but I think you probably have spare component parts, at least in the area, that you could use.
Yeah, she gets out like a little handheld smelter device and just like does the little fixes, snips some wires.
Oh, soldering iron.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a hot glue gun size. It's tiny.
Yeah, but you're able to patch everything back together and maybe it'll work.
Oh, test it.
Okay.
Is there something in there already?
Let's say that one of the reasons it was messed up is there was a jammed in cassette that got all messed up and it just spat its tape everywhere and that got clogged into a whole bunch of crap.
Gotcha. She rewinds it.
What do you think that tape is?
Ooh.
I got a roll table here. R&B.
She plugs it in, flips a switch. It goes like as it's firing back up.
An R&B artist. I'm gonna say this is his name is Silky
Delphine.
Silky Delphine, I love it.
A tree frog looking Karnak
Okay.
with a saxophone.
I like it. Okay. I love it.
There isn't any saxophone in the track though, which seems odd.
So yes, we hear the raspy crooning of Silky Delphine that echoes smoothly through the... I guess, can something be a smooth rasp?
Yeah, why not?
Be. Why not? Echoes through the visitor center. Shez perks up and says, "Wow, this is nice. I like this. Real smooth and yeah." He's looking around for Sia.
She wanders back over, dusting off her gloved hands.
That is very impressive, miss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your service is noted.
And now we don't have to kill any bandits, right?
I mean...
See ya. I traded for something good. Look at this map. You think about something and it pings it and floods with color. Oh, it's cool.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's really neat. What's even neater is you guys take care of those bandits. It's gonna be great.
All right, well, hold on. Before we agree to anything, I wanted to look out on that rotunda over yonder. Go see the view. See what's down there from what we can see.
Looking's free. I don't control the view.
Beautiful. Yeah, let's go over there real quick. Enjoy the tunes.
Oh, I am.
Good.
Yeah. This is great. He's sort of bobbing his head as you guys walk away. Goes back to whatever he was working on.
She opens the door with a creak.
Ches pulls out a fucking coloring book and just vibes into the tunes.
I don't know. I just listen to this music. I just want to color stuff.
This fucking guy.
He's just got like all these maps laid out. He's just filling in the maps with coloring pencils.
Ches loves art. He's just drawing all the time, I bet, not realizing people coming up to his desk for like minutes just doodling on whatever he can find from the nearby shops. He's
got like a lot of art littering his kiosk that's been scrawled on like the roadway maps or the old children's mats. That's good. I like that a lot. You can take a penny for that fun little addition.
Nice.
That's why he doesn't like the bandits. It harshes his vibes.
Yeah, I'm really about art and togetherness, so banditry's just like, it's just not good for the soul, I think it's because stole sounds like soul. It's like too close,
Sia's just tapping
Words
her
are
chin.
crazy, right? Did you ever stop to think about how, like, words in languages are different, but they mean the same thing? Like, we're all just people talking about, stuff. Okay, all right, see you later, bye.
Yeah, we just leave.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I'll catch up with you guys. Oh, yeah, all right. But yeah, so you guys exit the Sitor-Cent, and you're on. It sounds like you're near the back, sort of where the cliff face would be going down. Is that what you're looking for? Just like an overlook?
I imagine that at one time it was just like a pier that overlooked the lake, but now it overlooks a dizzying drop down into the canyon.
I would agree with that. I like a visual of maybe there is just like still a bit of a pier that juts out over the nothingness, like a giant wooden diving board, and you can see that some of the supports have broken away, and maybe over time more and more of these bits have fallen into the mists.
She points, I am not going out there.
You guys, the mists don't rise the whole way to the top. You can see maybe like the top third or quarter of the walls. So even in the distance, you can see there are other waterfalls that tumble down into the mists, and occasionally there's some movement. It's not a complete wall that screens your vision, but it certainly makes it harder to see stuff. And the air is fresh but moist. Certainly a far cry from the stifling and dry desert air. Actually, can you guys both make me one more notice while you're here?
Yeah. Wow.
It was maybe muggy on the way in, but now that it's starting to get darker, I think much like the desert, you feel that chill settle into the air, especially with it being more moist. It makes it, frostier.
I failed, by the way.
Okay.
I got an 8.
An 8, that's a success with a raise. In addition to the moist nature of the air, you definitely smell something else on the wind, maybe smoke.
Huh.
From where?
Probably blowing from behind you out over the tier. So probably through the area you guys have already come. You can smell smoke.
I forgot to play my adventure card.
Oh no.
I was gonna.
Okay, well, what's your adventure card?
My adventure card is Renown. Play after completing a good deed of some import. Everyone who contributed receives a point of conviction. If not using conviction, they refresh their bennies instead. So I was wondering if dusting those bandits earlier or fixing the radio.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I think for both of those, that's fine.
Cool.
A combination of you guys dealing with some of the bandits and then sweeping in to provide them with the dulcet tones of Silky Delphine have certainly earned you a level of renown.
I did forget to read the flavor text.
Please do.
You're the one who defeated the Dragon of Innsbruck.
You're the one who defeated the Dragon of Innsbruck.
Innsbruck.
I think conviction probably seems is far more powerful and more interesting.
Well,
but that just means that I can throw harder stuff at you guys.
Can I have 2 points of conviction or only one at a time?
Conviction is capped at only 1. So you can refresh bennies, or if we don't refresh here, then I'd say take an extra benny for next session. So you would start at 4 instead of 3.
I think I got this point I already have from standing up to my dad.
I like that Sia's Set's like, I showed my dad that I'm worth something. Sia's like, I
fixed a radio.
It was really messed up.
But I feel like after her run-in with Sparky, it feels good.
Yeah.
Oh, not only Sparky, but she also fucked up one of Vigo's cars.
Oh my god.
Got oil in her face. So all she's done since Get Here is embarrass herself, get stolen by a manta ray, and then punch it to death. So maybe this is her upward swing,
Everything's coming up, Sia.
Yeah.
See ya me now.
See ya later.
They see, you smell that?
What?
I think there's smoke.
I can smell all the smoke he was trying to blow up our asses, for one.
There wasn't any smoke, just trade. We take care of the bandits, we get supplies, and help here.
I can't just go kill a bunch of bandits. That's not even self-defense.
But they're hurting other people. You're stealing from them.
But I can't go kill people.
I mean, kind of stole a little from the store galore, but that was abandoned, so...
But you said it was cool.
I mean, it's like the comics with Bolt. You have to stop people doing bad stuff so they can't hurt more people. And it's a good thing to do.
You get those comics out here.
Polaris Assortment has them. Yeah.
Huh.
He's the hero.
Take a penny. I love that. That's great.
I mean, you fought before, even just now on the road.
Earlier, it was just kind of instinct, and people were shooting at us, and I just didn't know what else to do. But
I mean, if we don't take care of them, what are they gonna do?
they could move.
They're not gonna move. They're gonna stay here and keep doing what they're doing because nobody's stopped them.
I mean,
He makes a good point.
Get out of here.
Sorry.
I feel like when she's agitated, her back legs that just kind of hover around her arms, they just twitch a little bit. Her tail flexes. She's but drumming on like the railing, dust coming off of it with her regular hands.
This is what I promised for the map.
I mean, maybe we can barter something else for the map. I don't know if...
We can help these people live better out here, Sia.
I mean, they seem like they're doing all right, but you gotta wonder, why are they doing all right? There's 2 people here, and one of them's an idiot. We could steal the map for a little bit and then bring it back with, oh, we brought treasure. You know.
Doesn't stealing the map make us bandits too? Stealing from someone out here? It's almost as good as killing them. The resources are so scarce, so precious.
Better than killing people, though. Like, I'm gonna put my cards on the table. If I have to defend myself, I'm going to do that, and I'm gonna defend you too. But just going and guns blazing isn't exactly my forte or anything I was prepared to do.
Could we parlay?
What do you have in mind? Do you think they want to talk?
Talking is better than going to a fight, yeah. Taking care of bandits doesn't always mean killing them. There are other options.
I think I've been watching too many action movies. I just assumed that's what they meant.
Ches made it sound like a really big deal, and we're pretty dangerous. But Poston didn't seem too worried. He's just one guy with a gun.
Maybe he's just dumb. He doesn't seem like he's got it all together. I mean, I know he's Ori and they're a little spacey sometimes, but... You know... You're my guide out here. I'll defer to whatever you think is the smartest way for us to survive the night. Because I trust you.
Maybe we can reach some kind of agreement with them. We'll see.
That could be good too.
But we need this map, I think.
I mean, it looks like a maze down there, so a map would probably be a really good thing to have. So if we can help however we can that... I mean, I already fixed a radio. I feel like that's pretty good. Maybe just give it, you know?
You could go ask.
Yeah, why did I go try? All right, I'm gonna go talk to him. We're gonna get that map, and then we're gonna not get shot to death, and it's gonna be great. She pats him on the spiny shoulder, and it only hurts a little bit. She says, "Let's make sure coin purse is well set for the evening, whatever we're doing." And I'm gonna go talk to Shiz.
While Sia's doing that, I'm going to roll notice to see if I can see the bandit cap out here or the smoke. Oh, dang. A 9?
I think with your raise eliminating all darkness penalties and your success with a raise on your notice, you have a very specific idea of where these people might be. There is one little column of smoke, especially from the scent and your in-tune senses. You can tell that it's probably just a campfire. You know, it's nighttime, so it gets cold out here. It's likely just for shelter, but it's coming from an area, say just to the west of where you are, less than a mile.
Set catches Sia's arm real quick and points out what he just noticed.
She squints. Her eyes aglow a soft blue.
With Set pointing it out to you, you can probably make out at least a little trickle of dark that's slightly darker than the rest of the dark.
Now, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
It's a very important question.
Yeah.
Is it directly on a cliffside?
Is it directly on a cliffside?
Like, is it directly next to a cliffside?
You want to spend a Benny, it can be.
I don't have a Benny.
Is there a specific reason you wanted it to be on a cliffside?
I could wall walk and listen to them.
Okay.
Snoop.
I think that's cool, so...
I'll spend a Benny on that for sure.
Okay, Set will spend a Benny
Thank
for
you.
you. Yeah, then sure. It's along the cliffside to the west, probably from another little body of water, by another waterfall that's going down in there. It probably makes sense to stay close by to a source of water.
Well, I could just hang off the edge there and listen, do some scouting. It probably wouldn't take me too long.
I mean, you can, but you gotta be careful, especially being alone like that.
They wouldn't be able to catch me, right? I'm on a wall.
You could be followed though, like if there were Axion or other Yara in their bandit party.
But there are barely any walls out here.
As if that stops Yara from going places.
She has blinders on,
Sure.
She's just clinging to what she feels is rational in the moment, which is not necessarily.
Sure.
We probably should do some scouting.
Should we do that before we talk to Shez? Well, I can go over there now. If you want to stay out here like we're still talking, Shez wouldn't even know I'm gone. Maybe.
Play some music real loud while you're gone so he thinks that maybe we're just chilling.
She taps her head and then taps at him and then back at her. Thumbs up.
So you play loud just to cover up any listening devices.
Mariachi band then?
Oh, yes. What's the mariachi band's name, though?
The Mariachis.
But Mary is...
M-E-R-R-Y.
Yeah. All right, well, Sia, I guess, takes a running leap and jumps onto the side of the cave wall. Or not the cave wall, the cavern wall, the maze wall, if you will.
Yeah, you can use your wall walker to travel at your normal pace along there. What is your goal with this? What are you trying to do exactly?
Just trying to listen to the bandits. Intel.
All right, so your first roll is going to be a stealth to see if you can approach them.
I have a D6 stealth.
Gotcha. I'm going to give you a +2 on this roll because of your method of approach.
Cool. And I would really like to cast Boost Notice on myself.
Sure.
So what should I roll first?
Well, if you're boosting before you go in, then roll your boost.
5. So that's up to a D6 notice.
So you have no darkness penalties while you have no obscurement or darkness penalties while you're doing this, so you can see perfectly.
All right, well, I'm going to roll my stealth.
Do it.
Ooh, I blew up a 6. 10.
+2.
+2 is a 12.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to scuttle along the cliff face, just beneath where somebody who's looking out over the side would be able to see. Probably right next to the waterfall is where they are, so you're getting buffeted by mist just constantly brushing against you, giving you this chill down to your bones, making everything wet. It's getting darker, so it's starting to get cold. Wow. But yeah, you can perch by the waterfall, and then I would like you to make me a notice. You're listening right now,
I'm listening,
so I don't think you have any bonuses to listening.
That's a fail.
It's a fail, okay.
So I could add my conviction I just got.
You could.
It seems almost foolish not to.
She's riding that repair high.
Yeah, she is. She's got to use it. Or I'll forget I have it next session, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were both 2s, so... Got a 4, baby!
Okay. So, what I'm going to ask you here, with one success, I will say you can glean one tangible piece of information from listening to these guys. What are you trying to find out?
I'm trying to find out their general threat level to us personally. If they're talking about, something fucking happened in town today.
Okay. Yeah, then, from where you are, you hear a couple of different voices and, just soft murmurings. They don't always talk loud enough for you to make out everything they say, but you do catch snippets of conversation. One of them does say something along the lines of, "Everybody heard what happened across town earlier today. Something just blew through one of the checkpoints, and they started taking pot shots at it. It was just a big cloud of dust. And then these rocks started flying out, taking people out. You ever seen anything like that?" A murmuring round of, "I don't know, I've never heard anything like that before. And there's some crazy stuff out here in the wastes." More pauses. You can smell gun oil, and you hear the mechanical click-clack as people are, lubricating and oiling up their guns, making sure everything's in tip-top shape. They tell a couple of stories about, passers-by, the things they've taken off of people over the last week or two.
Like murdered, it sounds like, or...
They're talking about stuff they've acquired from people, yes.
Okay.
They get around to sort of trash-talking the Sitor-Cent. If we had more boys, we might be able to take that place out. Less competition. Then this whole area would belong to us. They don't want to work with us. Well, I don't want to work with them either. I just want what they got.
Seems like good information. She's going to hold out for a little bit more.
Okay, I think that's probably about what you're going to get with a basic success from listening.
Oh, for sure.
Because what you were trying to determine is,
God.
what's their general threat level to you, right? Okay, you seem to have another adventure card you want to play?
If I may.
All right.
It's villainous verbosity.
Okay.
Play to make an opposing wild card lose next action by gloating or talking about his master plan. Haha, you fools. Did you really think you could thwart such an ingenious plan? Could I use it for some general info?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly feel like everything they just said was basically covered by that.
It's fair. There was some extra stuff that you added on that I don't feel like I would have gotten with my normal success.
Let's see
so maybe
here.
maybe it rolls into it,
One more thing that I'll give you. Let's see here. Like, we gotta hang out here for long enough. We gotta get more people to join the fold, and when we got enough, we could sneak in and we could take those bastards out. But I don't want to move on them yet. He might got something hiding up their sleeves, We gotta send runners, bring people in from farther around.
C is in the waterfall, shivering. She's probably gonna duck out.
That's all you're reasonably.
That's cool though. That's a lot of good info.
But you can return back, dripping wet, very, very damp. Your boots leave a squelching noise and a footprint every step you take.
He can hear her arriving again because without a waterfall present, you just hear the of her legs digging in.
That's a fun detail.
Digging into the sides of the cavern.
Mm-hmm.
Not cavern. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Canyon. That's it.
Canyon. Yep.
Whew. And she vaults over the deck. Well, I found him. Went really well. They didn't even see me. I don't think. They're going to try and take this place out when they get more people, apparently. So maybe that's good information to pass along that we could trade for a map.
You just give them the info and leave them here to fend for themselves?
I mean, I'm not okay with it. I'm just saying we have options.
See ya.
But we should probably help them, right?
Wouldn't you want help if you're in their position?
Yes, I would like help. All right.
How many people are there over there?
How many voices does she think she heard?
You probably heard at least 4.
At least
while you were there. 4 distinct voices. Doesn't mean that's all the people that were there, but that's all you heard.
Right. I heard 4, but that was only who was talking,
I presume you weren't looking
no.
too much, yeah.
Not at all. Yeah, they were saying they were gonna send out runners to go get more people. Which makes us, if they have enough people to send runners places, Yeah, we gotta help, right? How heavy are you?
What?
Can you hop on my back real quick? Because if we could both go up on the wall, that would be way easier for a stealthy approach.
I was thinking about taking the truck around front, actually.
That's true, but then you're just clear out there.
But if we're talking first, it'd be good not to show up in the middle of the camp like enemies.
Oh, you're right. Could we threaten them? Just get them to leave? I can throw their guns right over the edge.
I just don't feel comfortable holding onto your back. What if you tumble?
I'd never tumble. She says, looking a little put out at that.
But what if I fell off?
What if you tie yourself on?
I just don't really like heights.
It's a better idea to have you in the car. I could get in there and I could just paralyze the leader, maybe. As a threat.
Yeah, we should go get ready and think up the rest of the plan.
We're doing this tonight, right?
Better do it quick when they're not expecting it, and they haven't moved yet.
Okay. Well, if we're doing this for them, they should give us some supplies. You know, I'll go talk to Shez. You talk to Poston, because he seems to like you more.
But Chez doesn't like you either.
Yeah, but then I'll be tough with him.
How?
I don't know. I've never done this before. I do want to reiterate her one hindrance is tongue-tied. Doesn't know how to talk to people, and she's an outsider. With a secret.
It's good to know.
What could it be?
Set wanders towards the front of the Sitor-Cent to find Poston where he was before, just so he could talk to him.
It's like a little, a folding chair that he's just got up in the tower, a little tiny rickety table. He puts his feet up on the railings when he's not actively looking out.
Does he have a ladder to get up there?
Yeah, I think a ladder makes more sense. He's got his hands locked behind his head. He jumps a little bit at the noise and looks down and says, "Oh, hey, you get lost? You need something?"
Yeah, do you got a relief guard, right? It's not just you up there, is it?
Yeah, you know, he's a Yara, not a bad fellow. Pretty good shot, not as good as me. Oh man, did that one carry through the mics?
Oh yeah, thunder coming through on my end. Maybe a storm is brewing in game 2.
Ooh, that's cool, I like that. Yeah, so we hear that peal of thunder rolling through the night, and maybe there's a flash of green, and he glances up. Nice of you to come out and talk to me, but it's gonna get real wet real soon, friend.
I thought rainstorms were sparse in this area.
Yeah, you ain't wrong, but usually likes to stay wet around here.
Ches said he'd like us to go take care of those bandits for you guys.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you'd like it.
Well, I'm gonna. We made a deal.
Yeah, if you're offering, friend, sure.
Do you know what they want in the area?
I mean, they're bandits. They just want what other people got, and the easiest way to get it is to shoot them or kill them or take it. You know, something like that. So, I ain't got no love last for them. You want to make them disappear, that works just as well for me. They don't come too close near here because they know, me and Toonie, we dead shots, so they get too close, we take them out with a rifle. He nudges it with his foot. Oh, the big gun. They don't like the big gun, no they do not. I'm sure you saw plenty of the vehicles coming in on the front there.
You shoot up all the cars we saw coming in?
Well, not all of them, but, some of them. All the ones at least in the straightaway where our gun could shoot them.
You shoot at anyone coming in the straightaway there?
Well, not anyone, but it's usually pretty easy to tell if somebody's coming in with ill intent or not. And usually they're coming in slow enough from all the bandit checkpoints anyway. You snuck up on us pretty easy.
I would try to be a little sneaky sometimes.
It's a good skill to have.
Do they have any kind of schedule?
Well, like you said, they bunker down for the night. I assume they got somebody keeping watch, but I never gone over to try to check on them myself. There's usually 2 to 4 of them per checkpoint. I think there's usually 3 different groups, so basic math is somewhere between 6 and 12. I don't know how many you all dealt with when you were on your way in.
Took out at least 3 of them. It was hard to see.
Oh my. Well, no love lost here. So yeah, maybe 3 to 9 left, something like that. I don't know if they all hunker down there or if they keep patrols at night. I think they stay put.
You think they'll hunker down for the storm?
In a thunderstorm, they'd be foolish to go out in that.
I'm gonna go parlay with them tonight. While they're all there then.
Parlay? Why, you wouldn't go talk to them? They're gonna shoot you, friend. That's a damn fool idea.
I just want to make sure violence isn't the only resolution first.
It's your skin, friend. You make it happen, all power to you. But survival's the name of the game out here.
I want you all to be safe here. And you're not safe with those bandits encroaching, so I'm gonna do my best to pull our weight and help while we're here.
Well, sounds like somebody taught you right. We gotta look out for each other. Or at least, we gotta look out for those who looking out for us too. And they only looking out for themselves.
So, what's Chez's deal? He seems really out of it half the time.
Oh, well, I mean, he's Ori. They always got trouble focusing to some extent or another, but he's a young fella. He's been around here a year, 2 years, something like that. Seems harmless enough. I don't deal with him too much. I just let him keep to his work. He keeps the customers happy, keeps our supplies coming in from trade. That suits me just fine.
You ever say why he ended up coming out here?
No. Much as I can remember, he said maybe he and his family were ambushed by some bandits here or there or wherever, and he was just looking for somewhere to hunker down, somewhere safe.
Maybe he's looking for some revenge.
They say it's a dish best served cold, but mighty tasty dish sometimes, and it gets mighty cold here at night.
What about the heat of revenge, though?
Well, they said it's best served cold, not that you can only serve it cold. Just don't burn your mouth.
Think they got a gun like yours, too?
I'd expect if they got a little encampment, they probably got at least one gun in placement, same as they got at some of the checkpoints. They got small arms fire, pistols, submachine gun, shotgun, rifle, any number of that. I don't think I've ever seen them use any kind of explosives, so you're probably safe on that, but beyond that, I'm not sure what they might be able to do.
Think they got some bigger goals out here, you think?
I don't rightly know, but I think they're in the business of taking and keeping. And the less folks that walk away to rat them out is probably the better, but that might just be speculation. Not too many folks like Shez running around talking about how they got away.
Do you think this is a proper territory war?
They might treat it that way if they had proper fortification. He gestures to the compound as a whole. But seeing as we ain't gonna play ball with them on that, I think they just scrounging what they can get. Maybe a little minor revenge, making sure that nobody reaches us, starve us out, Hasn't worked that well. We get enough traffic, so I don't know.
Set goes ahead and gives Poston a jolt and leaves one for the night guard too.
Yeah, I'll let him know, Sid. Thank you. That's mighty kind of you. I'll take it as a tip for keeping y'all safe.
And thanks for that.
Yeah, no problem, friend. And just be careful out there. Couple of bandits. It ain't nothing, but it ain't worth losing your lives over neither.
Oh, they were talking about coming to take this place. I don't want that to happen.
These bandits, they hard pressed to work together in any meaningful way. If they thought they could take us, maybe they'd try, but wouldn't be the first time.
See, snuck around the cliffs spying them. Maybe you should have someone watching that side too.
On the cliffside? He nods thoughtfully at that. Maybe I'll think about repositioning Tooney on top of the main structure. Keep an eye out that way.
Once the bandits are gone, maybe you won't have to be on guard so much.
Well, I'd sure like that. Safe trails.
Safe trails. And the camera cuts quick to Sia at the reception desk as she's just about to start talking to Ches.
I imagine it was like a round desk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that.
So he just wheels around while she's just like pacing, maybe.
Mm-hmm. He's just spinning in circles in his office chair. There's not always a lot to do around here, so you sort of gotta make your own fun. I like to do this game where I spin myself as fast as I can, and I count how many times I go in a circle. My record's 7.
I mean, can you beat that?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Well, let's make a roll for him. Oh, blew up an 8.
Oh my god.
Into a 1, a 9.
9 times.
I guess, yeah. He's got his legs out. They just sort of wobble a little bit as he spins.
Does he get sick?
Yeah, let's see here. Oh, I don't feel so good. I feel like 7's the magic number.
Yeah, it's good. From a structural point of view.
Oh,
buddy, are you alright?
I just set a new record. I'm great.
You're on top of the world, and this great music's playing now. So, my dude, What do you got for supplies?
And while you're talking to him, he is just like starfished in this chair with his head back, his legs stretched out, his arms flopped to the side. Just like, taking deep breaths. Says,
You're doing great, by the way.
Oh yeah, supplies. We got like food and certain types of ammunition, medical stuff. Just, supplies.
Yeah. Where are they? For purchase.
I mean, I keep them in a safe place.
So do you have a list? She's like...
Why don't you tell me what you need and I'll tell you if I have it. I don't see how hard this is. Well, you see me sitting here having just broken the record and not feeling super good, so what are you looking for?
Hold on.
He pulls over a paper and writes supplies at the top and then writes a couple of things. Well, here's a starter list for you. Is that good? Is that good enough for you?
Yeah, I'll take this to my partner, thank you. She walks over to Set, seeing he's come back inside. I've been talking to this guy for 10 minutes. I got fucking nothing. Nothing out of this useless man.
So to be fair, like if you're asking him for supplies and gave him no specific direction, so out of character.
She's the useless person here.
So I'm just saying, out of character, if there's something specific that you're actually trying to get, we could talk about that. But otherwise, he has basic amenities that you guys could procure if necessary.
She was looking for like, I don't know, like magic item adjacent stuff probably.
Oh, he's got this map.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what to do. What do we do?
Set walks over to Ches, who maybe is recovered a bit by now. It says, how stocked in bandit fighting supplies are you?
Bullets are good for bandits. We got a couple of tiny things that go boom, but I'm kind of worried about using those here because we're like on the side of a cliff,
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Yeah, nobody wants that. The flashbangs, those are good because, first they flash and then they bang and it really disorients people.
You have personal experience?
No, thank goodness, no. I've heard them though, because, they make a bang. It's pretty audible. You don't want to be next to it.
I mean, hey man, can we get like a flashbang or something on the house since we're taking care of this big problem for you?
Go ahead and make me a persuade at a +2 because you guys did help him. Actually, you know what? Don't even roll for that because Sia played her adventure card to get the conviction, so I think that elevates it to a more important thing. And he sort of jostles back and forth, almost rolling his eyes up, like, arguing internally with himself before he's like,
Yeah, I mean, I can help you out, man. That's, if you're gonna take out the bandits and get them away from here and we're gonna get more people coming in, then, I think that'll probably boost our profits and we'll get more supplies. So it seems like a good investment and you seem like a good dude, so I can give you this flashy if that'll help you out.
So he'll give you a flashbang. If there's like another piece of, I'd say average to slightly above average, like equipment or ammunition or something like that you're interested in, he could probably have that too.
Maybe there's a taser in the inventory.
A taser in the rain, you say?
This is non-lethal, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
After you leave.
As long as you don't use it in the rain.
I had a question.
Okay.
If, say, Sia borrowed one of those sizzle shot shotgun shells, if she threw that into a fire, meh?
I mean, I think that's a cool idea, yeah. So.
Oh my god, she can sling it! She can sling it into the fire!
You could.
We did get flashbangs.
Ooh, we did we get that from Shez?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna throw a flashbang right in the fire.
Explode cinders everywhere.
Could she, rig up a small-scale explosive
It's typically under the purview of MacGyver.
That's true. She does not have that.
I mean, explosives are covered by the repair skill, I found out. So if you would like to put that together beforehand or, attempt to rig something beforehand, I think that would be outside of the purview of MacGyver because you're not trying to do it out of bits and bobs that are just hanging around.
Right. Because she has the skills.
Make a Molotov cocktail.
That's true.
Molotov, yep.
She's got science, research, repair.
We duct tape a flashbang to a Molotov cocktail.
That'd probably work.
I don't know enough to say it wouldn't, so.
Nice.
Yeah, so the flashbang will explode. It'll be bright light, really hot, really loud, and then that would probably break the glass and ignite the gasoline that would just spray all over the place.
Oh, that sounds bad, but good.
Yeah, I think a flashbang would probably be covered by the blind power.
They call it something else in the rulebook, but it's actually some of the gear in here.
The gear is always in the 80s.
Stun grenade.
Stun grenade, so then it's stun instead of blind. Sounds good?
Yeah.
I don't think they accounted for a Molotov. I would think a Molotov probably doesn't do any damage up front, but if somebody gets hit by
some lingering damage.
Yeah, they get hit by lingering damage like they would from damage field or the lingering modifier. Whichever skill feels applicable for what you're trying to do to combine the things, because you guys have the stun grenade. So yeah, go ahead and do science.
5.
5 is a success, so I'll count that. I'll count this as the minor explosive in a small blast template for the Molotov itself, but then the stun grenade will go off on its own, and both effects can resolve automatically. So the Molotov, you could reasonably hit one person, or if you were aiming at a campfire, that would if you successfully hit a campfire with it, that would probably just increase the radius of the fiery explosion because you threw it into a big fire, right?
Right.
So I would say if you successfully hit the fire with your throw, because it's a small burst template, and that's one square on a map, then it would increase it to a large blast template.
Do you want to try and roll a repair roll to make a stealth cloak out of the ray skin?
Okay, yeah, if you wanted to try to do that before going in, I think that's perfectly acceptable. It would be a stealth cloak. To you, would that be a bonus to the stealth skill? Would it be treated like a power, similar to something like invisibility or a boost trait for stealth?
It'd be camouflage, so maybe it would act like the camouflage that Karnak have. The chameleon thing.
Okay, yeah, that sounds appropriate to me. I think it's just a +1 bonus to your stealth and +2 if you're standing still. So if you're not in motion, it's a little bit better. So you are practiced with this. This is going to be the type of thing where if you fail at it, I think it just means that it takes longer to make, or it's not quite ready, or maybe it just doesn't function quite as well as you want it to yet, but it's not going to be destroyed unless you have something like a crit fail. I think if there's a crit fail, it might be something where you have to gather further materials before you can piece everything together.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
Oh, I was asking to see if Sia could do it.
Yeah, she can try.
You're the repair gal, and it's going to be your cloak.
That's true.
If Set would like to help with that, I think that's also appropriate. This would be... I could see a number of things applying here.
Could I argue to assist with my survival knife?
Yes, absolutely. How does your survival life help with the construction of this?
I mean, we can use it for cutting, and we can also use it for the scraping of the underside of the skin to get it cleaned off and properly tanned, because then you smear.
Yeah,
well, a little bit.
I think that's a perfect application of a survival knife and very acceptable. So definitely. So let's have the survival roll first.
Sweet. That 6 blows up to a 10 total.
Yeah. Nice. So it's going to add a +2 to Sia's roll. Repair is often for mechanical objects and smaller electronic objects. I'm cool with letting it ride here just for simplicity, but I feel like these types of things might just be survival in the future. Does that sound reasonable to you guys?
Yeah, I definitely have survival.
I mean, I'm cool even just letting Set's roll ride and have him... he has the know-how to do this far more than Sia, I would think.
Probably. I'm cool with that.
That makes the most sense to me, that Set is the one who has this direct knowledge. He's seen it done. You helped make the stuff you guys got from the Trailblazers, so to me this is a logical step in that same sequence.
I think, yeah, primitive tech could be covered with survival.
Yes.
Based on what we just talked about, survival would probably make the most sense, but if you would like to use repair, you can use that probably at a -1.
Okay.
So whichever one's better for you.
You said -1 for repair?
Yeah.
That is still a 10.
Wow, you guys are crushing it. Okay, so you got +2 on that, which means you got a success with 2 raises. Yeah, I think this cloak is probably about as good as you guys could have expected to make it in any circumstances, even limited tools notwithstanding. So what does the final cloak look like?
I think it's like that smooth, if you rub it it's gray skin, so it's like if you rub it, it's smooth. You rub it back the opposite way, it's a little rough. And that the color, when light hits it, it kind of morphs. Not morphs, but the patterns just shift with the environment behind it in a strange way. Like the membrane is observing the world around it and then reproducing the light effects.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. It's got that slight shimmer.
And maybe there's a split in it where your tail can come out.
Yes. That sounds really cool to me.
When you are in motion wearing the cloak, you get a +1 to your stealth totals. If you are standing still, which would be specifically hiding, so if you are hiding and trying to avoid detection that way, you'll get a +2 in the aesthetics of the cloaker. You know, how, like if it's a poncho style or if it's like a trench coat or just clasps around the shoulders or whatever. That's up to you guys.
Yeah, I imagine it's a hooded cloak, like where it's like got an open V, claps in the front, and then goes over to see his head. You pull it down, and she just opens up her night vision eyes, and you can see 2 shimmering blue slits through.
So we get a couple shots of you guys outside behind the Sitor-Cent as we see the dark gray thunderheads starting to roll in the distance, and the sky start to darken, just cutting down along the trim of this cloak, and then stitching things back together, refastening, tanning the hide itself.
Oh, hey, with the rays, could we make it so her previous cloak is the interior of it? So she's got the red feathers lining the inside of the cloak?
Yes.
Damn, that's cool.
So it gives it the fire resistance as well.
I'm cool with that, yeah. I mean,
But
I think
if it took fire damage, it would destroy the effect of its ability to shroud, but it would still, in a clutch situation, provide fire resistance.
Yeah, if you guys want to go that direction, I think that's really cool and flavorful.
Fire resist.
It's like, this is perfect now that I have these Molotovs.
Poison.
Perfect. Or maybe you can turn it inside out and you don't damage it, but if you turn it, basically it's 2-sided.
I like that. I think that makes the most sense. It's interchangeable.
So you turn it one way to get the stealth thing, you can turn it the other way to have the red effect, the red plumage, but basically if you took fire damage without the fire damage side out, it would destroy the shroud effect or the stealth effect.
I really like that. And I'm going to say that changing them is an action. So if you wanted to flip them around during combat, you can do so. It would count towards multi-action penalty if you're trying to do something else, but that would just be, to me, representative of you unfastening it, swirling it, and then fastening it again, you know?
Cool.
Just takes a second or two. And I feel like your character has the dexterity or agility necessary to do so, and I won't ask for a roll because I think that's stupid.
My D8 agility.
Yeah. Very cool.
I think Sia's practicing twirling it on and off. She's like, can you see me now?
I mean, yeah, but we're in the light.
Well,
And I know where you are.
would pretend you didn't know.
With that, Set pulls out his dark feathered cloak from the Trailblazer and then dons his own.
Much better for stealth.
You ready to do this?
I mean, we're ready as we're ever gonna be. And she is patting her side satchel with Molotovs in it now. She's constructed.
Did you put pockets in the cloak?
But it's double-sided.
Okay, so I'm gonna drive in. Just wait till, well, you'll know when to go. Wait for me first.
And you're sure I'll know? She says with a nervous grimace.
I'm very sure you'll know.
All right.
You do have your radio though, right?
That she fumbles through her little belt pouch and pulls it out and makes it go ksh. Over.
Set pulls out his radio and listens for the click and verifies that they're still operating.
Are we the only ones on this frequency? What if someone else can hear us? That's all very stealthy.
We're not going to be using it unless everything goes wrong.
And if everything does go wrong, what do we do?
we're going to have to fall back and try and make contact with each other.
At the Sitor-Cent?
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, if it goes worse, we might just have to figure it out.
Okay. Sia's feeling real nervous about this. She's never just attacked people before.
Worst comes to worst, you can just throw what you got and get out of there if it starts to overwhelm you.
I'm not gonna leave you there.
I just, if you can't figure it out, if you freeze up or anything, just make sure you're somewhere safe if it gets over, if things get out of hand.
She pokes his chest, his very spiky chest, with one big finger and says, "You get out of there too."
Yeah, definitely.
When you guys were talking about the radio, and you were like, what if other people are on this frequency? Internally, I just wanted to be like, the radio goes on, it's like, don't worry about that. Anyway.
If it was Shez, don't worry about that. Yeah, man, we're good.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Sure. Hi, everybody. Thank you for listening to this episode of Silica Valley with us. Set, as you know, is played by Chase Absher, and we just love him to bits. Our music is by Crockett, Waveshaper, and Marcus D. Crockett you can find at crockett.bandcamp.com and at Crockett80s on most socials. Waveshaper at waveshaper.bandcamp.com and at waveshaper_SWE on most socials. Marcus D is at Marcus D on Twitter and at marcusd.bandcamp.com. And I have a couple patrons to thank. Thank you so much to Chase, Valentine, Shakes, Nakota, Jackie, Jade, and Paxton. And also a big thank you to Caleb Sunstead, Zach, Ben Hatton, Gerald, Andrea, Davriel, Ellis, Zane, Nathan, Ramalak, Lexington 296, Calder, T-Pay, and Ayana. Thank you all so much. Every bit of support and feedback you give us makes it so much easier to get every new episode right to you. Thank you, especially as we are in this time of realignment. It means the world. If you would like to number among these patrons and many others, you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/RPGforyouandme. Find us at RPGforyouandme on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And I'd like to introduce our new social media manager, Mads. Follow them on Blue Sky at the link in the description. Also in the links, our show Discord. It's free to join, so come on, hang out. See you next time.